Hi, Professor. I'm Luke. Sorry for missing out seeing you uh, last weekend, I think, when you say you gonna be in you be in Machi. But this is my final video for you know philosophical things. So recently, I read a book called Nicomachean Ethics. I think you know this one by Aristotle. And there's one thing that I found particularly interesting is that Aristotle teaches that political science is the highest art that man can pursue. But in this book, he also says that the highest activity of an individual is the contemplation of God as its first cause. So, how do these paradoxical terms fit together? Actually, this matter is touching one of the deepest puzzle of the Nicomachean ethics. About 90% of the text in this book provides a rich account of how to live well. It's so full, it's so full of practical wisdom as you'll find yourself nodding in agreement to literally every single page. But however, in the very end, Aristotle takes a surprising turn, suggesting that the best life is spent in pure contemplation. It's as if he suddenly realized that staring to the void thinking is the ideal way to live. But how to reconcile these two seemingly different accounts of what truly matters in life is a long-standing question. Some scholars believe that these two views are somewhat, I think it's pretty inconsistent, arguing that Aristotle might be might got crazy at the end, or he just purely this is train of thought in a final book. But others are the practical wisdom and the virtuous life retain their value, even if theoretical thinking is ranked higher. The most interesting interpretations in this book, however, are those that try to integrate the two. And actually, there are basically two main ways to do this. First, Aristotle clearly states that a life of theoretical contemplation is best, and we must accept it. Yet, he also insists that even a philosopher depends on certain necessities, such as food, friendship, and social ties. The philosopher cannot satisfy these needs in just any manner, but we must meet them well. That requires virtues Aristotle described throughout the earlier books. The second approach, which can be combined with the first, I think, is to consider what the philosopher contemplates. So, since philosophers are human, the subject of their thought must include the humanism. This encompasses moral activity and the life of virtue. Contemplate humanity. The thinker needs to experience in the practical term, in the practical realm, practical space. Thus, the virtues outlined in the book becomes prerequisites for contemplation in two ways. They secure the philosopher's life, and they provide content for the philosophical thought.